I'll be demonstrating hand rolls and sushi rolls today. I have two assistants, Nozomi, my quarantine bubbles, Nozomi and Wakako. They are sushi roll specialists, so I call them in. So the sushi, it's actually, it's nothing to do with raw fish. Sushi literally means like a vinegar rice. We call it sumeshi in Japanese. Sumeshi, su is a vinegar and meshi is rice. So it's actually vinegar rice and nothing to do with the raw fish or any fillings. So there are quite many types of sushi in Japan, and these are the few actually. One of the famous one that we eat most is edomai sushi, which is this one. And in Japan, it's only certified sushi chef can make it, and we have to go to restaurant to eat them, or we could just buy them at the shop. But usually it's made by certified chef, and then quite expensive. And the maki sushi, which is the one that we're gonna make today, it's more like a homey type that people commonly make. And there are a few types, like one is a futomaki, which means a thick roll or big rolls. And then the small one, the thin rolls, or in Japanese, we call it hosomaki. The difference between is how much ingredients you put. So for futomaki, we usually use 3 to 5 ingredients. And then for thin rolls, we use just 1 ingredients. So that's how it's how we differentiate. And then also the shape is usually different too. For futomaki, thick rolls are usually round, and then thin roll it tends to be rectangular. And then when you cut, it's become a square shape. The other one is a temaki sushi hand roll, which is also the one we're gonna make today. We actually eat it when we have like a sushi home party, like home sushi party. So if you like invite lots of friends and then they say like, if Japanese say like, oh, let's have sushi for home party, then you expect that you'll be making temaki sushi here. And the reason for this is because you can prepare fillings in advance, and the diners has to assemble rolls, and we can share the combinations, and it's actually quite fun to make. So for home party, it's a sort of a fun activity to make hand rolls. And shimaki sushi is one of actually my favorite one. It's the sushi. It's a fermented fish and fermented. Originally started with a fermented fish and a fermented rice to preserve rice and then the fish for long times. But now these days, it's just we have like a vinegar rice, sushi rice, and the fish or some kind of vegetables wrapped with leaves, usually bamboo leaves. That's quite a local food for Tokyo and the middle northern part of Japan. Some places use pasmo leaves, which is I think Kyoto's local food, isn't it? Yeah, Kyoto and Nara. So that's where Nozomi is from. It's the middle part of Japan. They use pasmo leaves rather than bamboo leaves. And the advantage of using leaves is it just gives a good scent. And when you open it, you can smell it, you don't smell the fish. It's really, really nice. I love it. So if you have a chance to go to Japan, maybe try chimaki sushi. Temari sushi is the one, it's bowl type, like it's a one bite bowl shape sushi. And we don't often make them, but if we do, it's gonna be on the Girls' Day, the 3rd of March. We have a holiday called Girls' Day. And because it's so cute, the mother tends to make this. I can't show you the varieties, but yeah, you can see it's quite pretty. And the next one is inari sushi. Basically, it's deep fried, seasoned tofu I think, yeah, right, yeah, tofu, and you stuff the vinegar rice into it, and it's quite sort of like a salty to soy sauce, sweet soy sauce taste, and children love it. Lots of children actually tends to love this. My son loves it too, and for modern inari sushi, people mix with other stuff into the vinegar rice. So you can put like wasabi, but also you can put some vegetables or like other kinds of seaweed or even prawns or egg, yeah, to make it more fancy. Oshizushi is it's literally means pressed sushi. You have a box and you put the rice, vinegar rice, and then you put layers of like smoked salmon or eggs or seaweed, and then put another layer of sushi rice, and then put another ingredients, and then put another sushi layer of sushi rice, and then you press it, and then when you open it, cut them up. It's like a cake. This one is also quite pretty one, but requires a lot of efforts, I guess. Chirashi sushi is the last one I'd like to introduce today. It's like, you might feel like this is not like a sushi looking, but it's just a rice, vinegar rice. And you put lots of vegetables like such as lettuce or like snow peas, and you put like eggs, salmon roe or shrimp, shiitake mushrooms on top, and you mix them. And this one is actually quite easy to make, and I think I make this one more often than more than any other type of sushi actually. But yeah, it doesn't have to be formed. That's the good part. That's the easy thing. So, you know, you only need to make a sushi rice and then put all the ingredients and then mix them, and that's it. Easy. Okay, so today I'm going to show you just a few ingredients, how you prepare. So I've already actually wrote it in the ingredients and the recipe. Basically, you have like a slice of salmon, and then all you have to do is just to cut into 1.5 inch to 1.4 inches, and then long strips. And if you're using it for hand rolls, of course, it's going to be shorter than the big rolls. So you may have to cut it into half. Yeah, so something like this. And for the cucumbers, trim the both ends and cut into half longwise. Then this is shortwise, and then cut half again, and then cut half again. So you're making it into eighths. Here we go. Something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can always adjust when you put the fillings in on the sushi. And I say you can just make a like sort of like long strips for the ingredients. Another thing is if it's like a very thin, fluffy one, like ham, maybe you can keep it like a half or like something like a ham, and use it as it is for the hand rolls, not for the futomaki thick rolls, but for the hand rolls, you might want to use it like this. I'll show you later how we can do it. Yeah, so that's kind of it. And I'm gonna show you what we have today. Obviously, we have chicken teriyaki and cucumbers, ham, and we've got tuna in mayonnaise and imitation crab. We have a kimchi and seasoned shiitake mushrooms, lettuce, and we've got a bunch of like boiled carrots, egg, spam. Spam is actually nice. This is Wakako's recipe, and we tried it last week, and then it was so good that I had to include this for today's session. And some cheese, yeah. Cool. Okay, so let's start making hand rolls. Hand roll is it's the sushi that you don't need any special type of tools. All you need is your hands. Okay, so first cut the seaweed into half. And place your seaweed shiny side down on your left hand side palm. With your right hand with tezu, scoop some rice. Don't put too much rice because otherwise it's hard to roll. Okay, place the rice on the left hand side of seaweed and spread the rice into diamond shape. Make sure to cover the left top and leave the left bottom open like this. And if you're planning to put a lot of ingredients, maybe you wanna press a bit the center parts. Okay, pick your fillings. I'll use crab, and then I might use tuna. If you like wasabi, you can apply wasabi now on top. And lift up the left bottom corner and attach it to the right edge of the rice. Like this. Press it firmly so everything sticks together. Remove your right hand side and then roll it slowly with your left hand side. Like this. At the end, you can put like 1 or 2 grains of rice and place it on the seaweed. Press it and then attach it, like use it as glue so it won't come off. Cool. But this is something when, you know, like when I was a child, my mom used to make hand rolled sushi, and we actually we had a family race who can make hand rolls fast.
I had a question, Chie.
Yeah.
So is this sushi something that maybe you go out on a picnic and you have all the ingredients and you sit there and roll it and eat it, or like in what context do you eat that?
Usually at home, but you can take everything outside and then have a picnic. You can do so. Okay, we can move on to futomaki, stick rolls, which is, I think that's what more people are interested in. Okay, so for sushi rolls, let's move on to sushi rolls. Okay, first, if you have a bamboo mat, put the bamboo mat. You can buy it at Oasis. And place the nori, the seaweed. Don't need to cut into the half. You can use a whole. And then place the shiny side down, always shiny side down. So you get the rough side now. Okay. Wet your hands into tezu. Both hands. For sushi rolls, you'll be using both hands. Okay, and scoop about a half cup of rice. Okay, and place it on seaweed and spread them evenly. If you needed more rice, then you can always add up. Make sure to leave 1 inch top, the strip here, when you're covering the rice. So leave 1 inch strip along the top of the seaweed, which is farthest away from you, and spread the rice evenly, even the edge as well. Okay, place the fillings one by one, and place it like just below halfway. And my tip is, if you put something solid, like a cucumber, towards to you, it's easier to roll. What kind of fillings would you like? Cucumbers? Yeah. So make sure to place the ingredients slightly below halfway. Maybe chicken, yeah, you can use chicken. Yeah, of course. Anything else you want to put?
Egg or cheese?
Egg or cheese? Okay. Then this is the big part. Well, anything it's too long or too short, you can always add more ingredients or cut them. Yeah. So I think right now it looks perfect. Okay. Then pick the foremost mat, the front one here, and then with one swift, we're gonna roll it over to the edge of this rice, this part. So it's just one big swift. But instead of like making like a big jump, you have to kind of like roll it over so rice holds together, and you can make it like very firm futomaki. Okay, so let's do it. Yep, hold it up, and then maybe you can hold the ingredients as well, and with one big switch, roll it over and land it on the edge of rice and shape it into sort of like round shape. And then lift the mat, and then again roll it to the edge of the seaweed. And when you're rolling it, make sure you roll it by pressing, not too much pressure, but then you have to press it a bit. So you can make a firm futomaki. And then shape it again. Yep, it looks good. Right, so now we've got one big. If you don't have bamboo mats, you can always use plastic wrap. So make a big sort of, place a plastic mat, a plastic wrap, and put the seaweed like we did, and the shiny with the shiny side down. Yeah. No, I think it's this way. Yeah. And then with your hands, both hands in tezu, scoop some rice, but like a half cup, and spread the rice evenly. Make sure to leave 1 inch strip at the top. I think, yeah. Okay, and pick your fillings and then place them slightly below the half. Slightly below the halfway through. Yeah, put the fillings like a solid fillings first towards to you, and the soggy one or soft one farther away from you. Because the front fillings will need to go over the other fillings. So if you've got like hard ones, it's easier to roll and then make the futomaki firm as well. And again, if it's too short, odd. If it's too long, cut them to adjust the right length of seaweed. Okay, so hold up the cling film, the plastic wrap, yeah, like this. And like the bamboo one, lift it up, and with a one big swift, roll over it to the edge of rice here. Yeah. Okay, you may want to hold the fillings so it won't fall apart while you're rolling it. Yeah. And then press it, yeah. Make shape. Unwrap the plastic wrap. Yeah, unwrap the plastic wrap. Yeah, and then slowly roll it over to the end of seaweed, and then again shape it. And remove the plastic wrap. And with the knife, just with the knife and cut into half first. Yeah, nicely done. So cut them into pieces to like maybe 1 bite size or 2 mouse bite size. And make sure to wet your knife every time you cut. In the booklets. And you can actually marinate any kinds of vegetables. You can marinate like white radish or like turnip, white turnip. You can even marinate the cucumber as well, actually. I prefer the fresh ones because it's just so crispy. But if you like something a bit salty, then you can always marinate it. What else? Like paprikas, like sweet bells. I prefer like a fresh one. I like the combination of teriyaki chicken and red paprikas or the sweet bells. And some lettuce. That's my favorite combinations. But you can again like pickles them as well.
So can you tell us the rolled one, the first one that we rolled was, what was that called again?
Oh, it's a hand roll. It's called temaki. Temaki, te is a hand, like a tezuzu, te, hand. Maki means roll, so temaki. And
Okay.
if you are used to making hand rolls, you may wanna like have a race with your family who can make the hand rolls fast. It's really fun activity with your friends or your family. I used to do that when I was young. with my brother. It was good.
And what is the second one that you did with us with the mat?
For the second one is called, we made futomaki. Futo means thick, maki means roll. But if you put only one ingredient, we call it thin roll, which is hosomaki in Japanese. Hoso means thin, maki means roll.
Okay, and you said the ones that are shaped into a bowl without any seaweed, this is not something you were going to show us today, or was it?
We were planning to show temari sushi, that's one bowl, one bite, bowl size one, but then we figured we won't have enough time. So if anyone is interested in temari sushi, that's bowl shaped sushi, I can send you a recipe. Let me know.
Okay. Thank you very much.